Hey everybody, welcome to Hills and Gills. Chuck here with you today, and as you've seen in the first part of the video, we're tying up a little imitation shad. I call it the Dying Shad because during the winter time, when they start dying off, that's what those big slabs, those crappie starts targeting, and this is a great little jig here to tie up, to have in your box, and ready to go. It's on the 8-ounce jig head, sickle hook, one of my favorite style of hooks, and a super simple jig to tie. I'm going to be going over everything that you need, as always, where I pick it up at, so that you can tie some of these up right here for yourself. So let's tie up the little Dying Shad. Okay, let's get this little Dying Shad tied up. We're going to be using a red thread today. And as always, we're going to be running this thread all the way back to the bend of this sickle hook right here. One of my favorite hooks to fish with, light wire. And then we're going to come back up about a quarter way or back to about where the tip of the hook is down there. And the first thing we're going to be adding, I got this at my local Family Dollar. This is like a birthday type party decoration. And you can just see the different flash, if you want to say, that's in this that you can use on different types of jigs and flies. I'm just going to go ahead and pop one of these out right here. We're going to be using the silver today. And then we're just going to line him up here. And I want this to come back about an inch or so off the back of this jig. Then we want him to lay right on top of the shank of that hook. Get him tied in here. There we go. And then at this point, I'll just run my thread right back up to the back of the jig head, because I'm going to add just a little bit of UV resin to this, just to make sure it stays locked into place. You can use crazy glue as well. And then the next thing that we're going to be adding, we're going to be flipping the jig over, and we're going to be adding the back of the jig, which this is crafting fur. You can get this right here off of Amazon. And it kind of looks like a bucktail with how it spikes out uneven. Really good material to work with, and it's not that expensive at all. You can just see how long the fibers is on this. Check it out. Just type in crafting fur. They got a variety of different kind over there, different colors. We're going to be going with like a olive gray silver look today on this jig type. Very little that we're going to be adding to it, just a pinch, about like so. We're going to run him in right between the shank of that hook right there, lay him right on the back, bump him right up against that jig head, and lock him in. Make sure he's even on both sides. We want him even on both sides of that shank. Build that collar up a little bit. Then we're just going to flip him over here. And next thing that we're going to be adding, I got this off of Temu. This stuff was dirt cheap. This is called, this is a hair fiber, angel hair fiber. Great for tying flies like streamers. Also good for flashing on jigs. We're just going to get us a small pinch of it out here. I'll just lay it right on my desk there. This is going to be between the hair of the jig, so all it is just a flash to catch those crappie's eyes. About like that, just a small pinch of it. And then we'll go ahead and get him trimmed down. Again, lay him right back on top of that shank, right behind that jig head. and lock him in. Give him some tight wraps. Then usually with this stuff here, I'll just raise it up, cut some of the excess off of it, clean him up. And next we're going to be adding one more piece of this silver birthday decoration right here. Get him cut. And I want this to come back just about 1/4 of an inch or so past the longest hair. So we'll get him measured out. Again, we want him to lay right on top of that shank. Some tight wraps there. That's looking pretty good. And then we'll just build the collar up some. I like a big red collar when I'm tying like a shad. Kind of imitate that gills. There we go. Okay, the next thing we're going to be adding is some more crafting fur right here. You can take your hairbrush when you get it out of the pack and just brush it down, smoothing it out. And this is excellent stuff to work with, just like that olive grayish looking that we was just using. And you can just see how long the fibers is on this right here, how long this synthetic hair is. So what we're going to do, it's not going to take but just very little for this belly. We're going to have to clean him up a little bit when we once get him cut. Then we're going to put it right on top of the jig head here, or on top of the shank, locking him down. Get him welt finished. Layer UV resin to him. This just doesn't protect that collar. It also gives a nice shine into that red thread. And then we go ahead and finish him up, hitting him with a UV light. Well, there you go, just a little shad type pattern for when those crappie are targeting those dying shad during the winter time. Good cold water color for those big slabs. If you like the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and give us thumbs up, guys. That helps our little channel out here. We're growing each and every day. We'd love to have you on board. We're going to be jig tying some flies, and so on, all the way into February. So I hope you hang around for that. And follow us over on all of our social media. It's right down there at the bottom of this video. Until next time, stay safe out there on the water. Happy tying, and we'll see you right back here in the next one. Have a great day.